All right, so today we're going to be taking a deep dive into Italian language learning,
Oh, cool.
specifically through this platform called Pre-Apply.
Okay, yeah.
And what we have is this interview with someone who knows a lot about Pre-Apply. So we're really going to get into like how it works,
Nice.
what it's all about, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people who are interested in Italian are always looking for like new resources and
Absolutely.
especially things that are personalized.
Right.
So I'm curious to hear what this interview has to say.
Me too. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that they really focus on is making it a personalized experience. So not just like a one-size-fits-all kind of language learning thing.
Yeah, because I think one of the things that can be tough with language learning is feeling like you're just getting like generic content.
Yeah.
And you're not really connecting with it on a personal level.
Exactly. And I think one of the ways that they address that is through their tutors.
Oh, interesting. So it's not just like an app.
Right. It's not just an app.
Yeah.
It's like you have actual human tutors who are there
Wow.
to like guide you through the process.
That's cool. So it's like having a personal Italian tutor, but online?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
And you can choose a tutor based on your like learning style, your goals, like what you're actually interested in learning about.
So like if I'm interested in, say, Italian cinema, I could find a tutor who specializes in that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Or like if you're learning Italian for business or for travel, or even if you're just like interested in Italian cooking, you can find a tutor who
That's incredible.
Can like help you with that specific vocabulary.
So they have like a huge database of tutors with all sorts of different backgrounds.
Yeah, they have like a really sophisticated matching system that takes into account your proficiency level, your learning goals, your availability.
Oh, wow.
And even like your personality preference.
Personality preferences?
Yeah, so like
what do you mean by that?
Like if you need a tutor who's like super patient because you're a little shy about speaking. Oh, I see.
Or if you need someone who's like really high energy, they can like match you with someone who's a good fit.
That makes so much sense because learning a language is such a personal journey.
It is, yeah.
And having a tutor who clicks with you can make all the difference.
For sure. And another thing that they really emphasize is live conversation.
Oh, interesting.
So from day one, you're actually speaking Italian.
Okay.
Not just like memorizing verb conjugation.
Right, right. Because I think one of the biggest hurdles for people is actually getting over that fear of speaking.
Totally.
So it's great that they encourage that from the beginning.
Yeah, and I think the beauty of having a dedicated tutor is that they can provide immediate feedback and support.
Yeah.
So you're not just like fumbling around on your own.
Right.
You have someone there to help you correct mistakes. And
like having training wheels for your Italian.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that analogy.
And, you can ask questions, you can clarify doubts.
Right.
And you get personalized explanations in real time.
Okay, so you mentioned the tutors are experienced educators.
Yeah.
So does that mean they have specific qualifications?
Yeah, they actually vet their tutors really rigorously.
Wow.
Like they look for teaching experience certifications and a deep understanding of Italian language pedagogy.
So it's not just like some random person on the internet who speaks Italian.
No, they're actual educators who know how to teach.
That makes me feel a lot more confident about the quality of instruction.
Yeah, and many of them are native Italian speakers.
Oh, cool.
So you're learning authentic pronunciation and like cultural nuances.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got personalized tutors. We've got a focus on live conversation.
Yeah.
What else makes Prep Play stand out?
Well, they also offer structured learning paths for different levels.
Okay, so there is some kind of curriculum.
Yes, so you're not just like left to wander aimlessly in the world of Italian.
Right. You have a roadmap.
You have a roadmap, exactly.
But is there still room for flexibility within that roadmap?
Absolutely. Yeah, you and your tutors can tailor the lessons to your interests and your learning style.
That's cool. So it's a good balance of structure and flexibility.
Yeah, and they also have ways of measuring your progress.
Oh, interesting. How do they do that?
So it's not just based on like how confident you feel.
Okay.
They have quizzes, they have exercises, and you can even take like standardized language proficiency tests.
Wow. So you can actually see tangible evidence of your progress.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this data is valuable for both you and your tutors.
Right.
Because it helps them tailor the lessons to your specific strengths and weaknesses.
Okay, so it's data-driven and result-oriented.
Exactly. Yeah, so, you're not just like spinning your wheels. You're actually making progress.
I like that.
Yeah. So they've really thought about the human side of language learning, not just the technical aspects.
Yeah, because I think staying motivated can be a big challenge for a lot of people.
It is.
So it's great that they have that support system in place.
Yeah, and your tutor is kind of like your cheerleader. Like they're there to encourage you and set realistic goals and celebrate your achievements.
So it's like having a language learning buddy who's always there to support you.
Exactly.
That's all.
So you're not just like, out there on your own struggling.
Right.
You have someone to guide you and keep you motivated.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. So they really seem to have thought of everything to make the process as engaging and effective and ultimately successful as possible.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty amazing what they've put together.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the structure, the tutors, the personalized approach. But what about the content itself? Like, do they use textbooks? Do they create their own materials? Or is it a mix of both?
It's kind of a mix of everything.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So, like, they might use interactive exercises, authentic Italian media, or even, like, work through specific grammar points with you.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all approach?
No, not all.
You can customize it based on your interest and how you learn best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The goal is to make learning Italian as engaging and relevant as possible.
I like that.
Yeah. So it's really about creating that personalized learning journey that's tailored to your individual needs and goals.
And that's what sets them apart.
Yeah.
They recognize that everyone learns differently.
Right.
And they've built a platform that embraces that diversity.
Exactly.
All right. So we've covered a lot about the structure, the tutors, the personalized approach to the technology. But let's get down to brass tacks. How much does all this cost?
Okay.
Is it super expensive?
That's actually one of the things that surprised me.
Oh, really?
Is how affordable it is.
Wow. I was expecting to be way more expensive.
Me too, considering the personalized tutoring aspect.
Right.
But they have a variety of pricing plans to fit different budgets. So you can choose packages with a set number of lessons, or you can opt for a subscription model.
So it's not just for people with deep pockets.
Not at all.
They've made it accessible to a wide range of learners.
Yeah, and that really aligns with their mission of making language learning accessible to everyone.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
So it's not just about like, making a profit. It's about actually helping people achieve their language learning goals.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm really impressed with how Preply seems to have cracked the code.
Yeah.
To making language learning more accessible, engaging, and effective. But let's get into the nitty-gritty of how these live lessons actually work.
Okay.
So is there a specific software I need to download, or can I do it all through my web browser?
You can do it all online.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they have their own platform that you can access through your web browser or through their mobile app.
So no matter where I am or what device I'm using, I can learn Italian.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's incredible. Talk about flexibility.
Talk about flexibility.
But what about technical glitches? Like, what if my internet connection drops in the middle of a lesson?
Yeah, they've thought of that too.
Okay.
So the platform is designed to be stable and reliable. And if you do experience any technical issues, they have a dedicated support team to help you troubleshoot.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Because that's always a concern with online platforms.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so they've got the technical side covered.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, what about the actual lesson format?
Right.
Is it just me and the tutor talking the whole time? Or are there other elements involved?
No, it's usually a mix of conversation, interactive exercises, and personalized activities.
So it's a dynamic learning experience.
Yeah.
Not just passive listening.
Not just passive listening. No, you're actively engaged.
I like that I learn best when I'm actively engaged.
Yeah.
So speaking of active engagement, what about homework? Do they assign any?
They might give you some exercises to work on between lessons, but it's not about overloading you with homework.
Right.
It's about providing you with the tools and resources you need to make progress.
So it's about finding that balance between structured learning and independent practice.
Exactly.
Okay, one last question before we move on.
Yeah.
What about pronunciation?
Okay.
I know that can be a tricky part of learning Italian.
Yeah, it is.
How does Preply address that?
Well, that's where the benefit of having a live tutor really shines. They can provide real-time feedback on your pronunciation.
Okay.
So you're not just like, listening to a recording and trying to figure it out on your own.
You have someone there to correct you and guide you.
Exactly.
So it's like having a personal pronunciation coach right there with you.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing.
Okay, well, I'm really starting to see how Preply has thought of everything.
Yeah.
To make learning Italian as effective and enjoyable as possible, from the personalized tutoring and diverse learning materials to the focus on live conversation and pronunciation practice.
Right.
They seem to have covered all the bases.
They really have, and that's what makes it so compelling. It's not about replacing the human element.
Right.
It's about enhancing it with technology.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point.
So, all right, so we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive into Preply.
Yeah.
We've learned about their personalized approach, their focus on live conversation, their experienced tutors, and their user-friendly platform.
I'm really intrigued by what I'm hearing so far.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But now I'm curious, what are the real-world outcomes for people who use Preply?
Right.
Like, do they actually become fluent in Italian?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And one that we'll explore in more depth in the next part of our deep dive.
Okay.
But I can tell you, this Preply has helped countless people around the world achieve their language learning goals.
Okay, now you've really piqued my curiosity.
All right, good.
I can't wait to hear more about those success stories and learn how Preply can help people like me finally master Italian and achieve that dream of confidently speaking the language.
Okay, so stay tuned for part 2
too.
of our deep dive into Preply,
Exactly.
where we'll explore the real-world impact.
Yes.
We have used Preply for our staff members for a few years now, and it absolutely will get you speaking Italian or any other language very quickly. It is both stimulating and motivating, and you will love the Choose You Own tutor system. Hit the link at our site, www.theinnersecrets.com, and try it out for yourself. Choose a tutor that resonates with you from their extensive tutor profiles and get started. The first lesson is free if you don't continue. Language learning with Preply is fun, fast, and personalized to your needs. Our site again is www.theinnersecrets.com. Discover your perfect Italian tutor on Preply and book your first lesson today. Again, www.theinnersecrets.com. Thank you.
So you wanted to hear some real-world success stories about Preply, right?
Yeah, I'm really curious about that.
Okay, well, the interview had a couple of really good examples of people using the platform to learn Italian.
Okay.
One that stood out was this woman who was going on a trip to Italy.
Oh, nice.
Like a dream trip.
Yeah.
And she always wanted to go, but the language barrier had always kind of put her off.
Right. Yeah, I think that stops a lot of people
Totally.
from traveling to certain countries.
Yeah.
For sure.
So she was able to find a tutor on Preply
Okay.
who specialized in travel Italian.
Oh, wow.
So they focused on practical phrases, cultural tips, and even did some role playing
Oh, that's cool.
of common travel scenarios.
Wow. So it's not just about
Yeah.
learning the grammar and vocabulary. It's about actually
It's about
being able to use it
using it.
in real life situations.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And she said she had an amazing trip.
That's great.
She can navigate the airports, order food,
Cool.
ask for directions,
Wow.
have basic conversations with locals.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that proves that with the right tools and guidance,
Right.
you can overcome that language barrier.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another example was this businessman
Okay.
who needed to improve his Italian for work.
Oh, okay.
He was dealing with a lot of Italian clients and partners, and he just wanted to be able to communicate more effectively.
I bet that made a big difference in his professional life.
Huge.
Yeah.
He said it was like night and day.
Wow.
So he found a tutor on Preply
Okay.
who had experience in business communication.
Okay.
So they worked on specific vocabulary, email writing skills. They even practiced presentations together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's really tailored to whatever you need.
It is.
Yeah.
And the businessman said he was able to build stronger relationships, close deals more effectively,
Right.
even felt more confident leading meetings.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it really had a tangible impact on his career.
It's a good investment then.
It is.
Yeah.
They also mentioned students in the interview
Okay.
using Preply to prepare for Italian language exams.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's not just for casual learners or travelers.
Right.
It can also be helpful for
It can.
academic purposes.
Yeah, whether it's for high school or college or even a professional certification. They have tutors who specialize in exam preparation.
Oh, wow.
So they can help you master those specific grammar points, vocabulary,
Yeah.
test-taking strategies you need.
That's cool. I mean, it would have been so helpful when I was
Right.
learning Spanish in college. Like, I just felt so lost and overwhelmed.
Totally.
Having a tutor would have made a huge difference.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've heard about travelers, business professionals,
Right.
students.
Uh-huh.
Who else might find Perply useful?
Well, they talked about people learning Italian just for personal enrichment.
What do you mean by that?
Like maybe they're passionate about Italian art,
Oh, okay.
music literature,
Uh-huh.
or maybe they have Italian heritage
Right.
and they want to reconnect with their roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It is.
It's like more than just communication.
It's about the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connecting with the culture you love.
Exactly. And with Reply, they can find a tutor
Mm-hmm.
who shares their passions
Okay.
and can create lessons that are, engaging and meaningful.
So it's like finding a language partner
Totally.
who can open up a whole new world for you.
Yeah. And that's what makes Preply so unique. It's not just about learning Italian.
Right.
It's about connecting with people who share your interests
Yeah.
and can help you achieve your goals.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so these success stories are really inspiring.
They are.
They show that anyone can learn Italian, regardless of their age, their background, or motivation.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, how does Preply measure success?
Okay.
Is it simply based on how satisfied people are? Or are there more objective measures?
Well, they track a variety of metrics
Okay.
to gauge success, both from a learner's perspective
Okay.
and from a platform perspective.
Okay, so you got to look at it from both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For learners, success can be measured by their progress in the language,
Okay.
their confidence in speaking, their ability to use Italian in real-world situations.
So it's not just about like how many lessons you've taken
Right.
or what level you've reached.
It's about how you can actually use the language in your life.
Yeah.
And Preply provides tools and resources
Okay.
to help learners track their progress.
Oh, okay.
So they can see, how their vocabulary is growing, how the pronunciation is improving,
Yeah.
how their confidence in speaking is increasing.
That's great. I think that's really motivating
It is, yeah,
to actually see that.
to see your progress.
Yeah.
But for Preply itself, they look at things like user engagement, learner retention, overall satisfaction rates.
So it's about creating a platform
Yeah.
that people find valuable, engaging, and effective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the data suggests they're doing something right.
Okay.
They have high user satisfaction rates, a really loyal community of learners
That's great.
who have achieved impressive results.
I like that it's not just about profit.
It's not.
It's helping people.
It's about helping people
Yeah.
achieve their goals.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've talked about some of the successes, but what about some of the challenges people face when learning Italian? And how does Preply address those challenges?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I mean, every language has its hurdles, right?
Every language does.
Yeah.
One common challenge is staying motivated.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It is, especially when you hit a plateau or you encounter some difficult grammar concepts.
Yeah, you start to feel like you're not
You get discouraged.
making any progress.
Yeah. So that's where having a dedicated tutor can be a game changer.
Okay.
They can provide that encouragement, offer personalized strategies for overcoming those obstacles, keep you accountable to your goals.
So they're like your cheerleader.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah. Your coach.
Your coach, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Another challenge is finding the time to practice consistently.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one for me.
It is for a lot of people.
Yeah. Life gets busy.
Life gets busy.
Yeah.
And language learning kind of slides down the priority list.
Right. And you feel bad about it.
You do.
Yeah. But
But that's where Preply's flexibility comes in.
okay.
You can schedule lessons at times that work for you,
Okay.
whether it's early morning during your lunch break, late at night.
So no more excuses
No more excuses.
about not having enough time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the convenience of online lessons
Right.
means you can learn from anywhere
Yeah.
with an internet connection.
That is really convenient.
It is.
You don't have to commute to a class.
Right.
You don't have to find a time
Exactly.
that works for like a group.
Yeah.
You can just do it whenever you want.
Whenever you want.
Yeah.
And you have the tutor's undivided attention.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because it's one-on-one.
One-on-one.
Yeah.
Another challenge is the fear of making mistakes.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one.
That is a big one.
Especially like at the beginning, you're like,
Hey,
oh, I don't want to sound stupid.
you're self-conscious. Yeah. But Preply encourages a really supportive,
Okay.
and encouraging learning environment.
So it's okay to make mistakes.
It is.
Yeah.
In fact, mistakes are seen as valuable learning opportunities.
I like that.
Yeah, your tutor will gently correct you,
Okay.
provide helpful feedback, create a safe space for you to practice and improve.
That takes the pressure off.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they can adapt their teaching style
Okay.
to your individual needs and personality. So if you need a lot of encouragement, they'll provide it. If you thrive on challenges, they'll push you.
Okay.
Step outside your comfort zone.
So it's like having a personalized learning coach.
It is.
Yeah.
Who can tailor their approach
Yeah.
to your specific learning style?
It's awesome.
It is.
Okay, so they really seem to have addressed
Yeah.
all the common challenges.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But what about the cultural aspect
Right.
of learning Italian? Is that something that they incorporate into their lessons?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, learning a language isn't just about
Right.
the words.
It's about the culture.
It's about the culture, yeah.
Yeah, and Preply recognizes that
Okay.
they encourage tutors to incorporate cultural elements into their lessons.
Oh, cool.
So they might share anecdotes about Italian life, discuss popular films or books, introduce you to traditional Italian recipes.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
It's like a mini cultural immersion experience.
it is,
Okay.
alongside your language lessons.
Yeah, and because you're learning from a real person,
Right?
you can ask questions about Italian culture. You
Yeah.
can get insights into local customs.
Exactly. And gain a deeper appreciation for the country and its people.
Yeah, so it's like having a cultural guide
It is.
right there with you,
Yeah.
helping you navigate
Yeah,
all the nuances of Italian society.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it really enhances the learning experience.
It does. Yeah. Okay, so we've talked about the cultural aspects. Let's talk about the practicalities
Okay.
of using Preply.
Yeah. What kind of technology or equipment do you need?
That's the beauty of it.
Okay.
You don't need anything fancy.
Okay.
All you need is a computer,
Uh-huh.
a tablet,
Okay.
or a smartphone
All right.
with a stable internet connection.
So no like expensive headsets or
No, well,
microphones or anything like that?
Not at all.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, you can use the built-in microphone and speakers
Okay.
on your computer or your mobile device.
Hmm.
Or if you want better audio quality, you can use a headset.
Okay, so it's really user-friendly.
It is very user-friendly.
Yeah, and the platform itself.
Yeah.
Is it easy to navigate?
It's very intuitive.
Okay, so even someone who's not very tech savvy
Even someone who's not tech savvy
can figure it out.
can figure it out. Yeah.
Okay, that's good because I've used some language platforms that were so clunky and confusing, and it just like
It takes away from the experience.
it took away for the experience. Yeah.
But with Preply, you can easily schedule lessons, manage your bookings,
Okay.
track your progress, communicate with your tutor all in one place.
So it's like having a personal language learning assistant.
It is.
Yeah.
Right there at your fingertips.
Okay, what about payment? Is it secure?
It is. They use secure payment gateways
Okay, good.
to protect your financial information.
Yeah, security is always a concern.
It is.
Those online transactions.
Yeah. What if you need to cancel a lesson?
Oh, yeah. Is there like a penalty?
No. They have a flexible cancellation policy.
Okay.
As long as you cancel within a reasonable time frame, you won't be charged.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What about the tutors themselves? Like, how do you know if you're getting a good one?
Well, they have a rigorous vetting process
Okay.
for their tutors.
So it's not just anyone who can sign up
Yeah.
and start teaching.
Not at all. They look for experience qualifications, a passion for teaching, and they have a rating system.
Oh, cool.
So you can see what other learners
Okay.
have said about a particular tutor.
So it's like choosing a restaurant based on online reviews.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
You can get a sense of their teaching style, their personality
Okay.
before you book a lesson.
And what if you're not happy with your first lesson?
They offer a satisfaction guarantee.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you can get a full refund
You can.
or try a different tutor.
You can try a different tutor.
Oh, okay. That's amazing.
It is.
That shows that they're really committed
They are.
to providing a high quality experience.
Yeah.
Okay. What about group lessons?
Oh.
Do they offer those?
They do offer some group classes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you prefer a more social learning environment,
Right.
you have that option.
You do.
Okay.
And group classes can be a great way to meet other learners.
Right.
Practice your conversational skills. Get exposure to different perspectives.
Yeah. Sometimes it's helpful to like bounce ideas off of other learners
It is.
and like learn from each other's mistakes.
Totally. And it can be more fun, more engaging.
in a group setting. Yeah. So it's not just about like individual learning. It's about finding the right learning environment for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about group lessons.
Yeah.
What about the future of Preply?
Oh, yeah.
Are there any new features or developments on the horizon?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
What's coming next?
Well, they're constantly innovating, expanding their offerings. They're investing in artificial intelligence.
Oh, wow.
To further personalize the learning experience.
Okay.
And they're exploring new ways to integrate technology into language learning.
So they're really like at the forefront
of
online language learning.
Sure. Yeah.
This has been such an eye-opening conversation. I feel like I have a much better understanding of what Preply is all about.
Good.
And how it can help people achieve their language learning goals.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
It really is a very innovative platform.
It is.
With the potential to transform the way people learn languages.
I agree. Okay, so for someone like me, who's always wanted to learn Italian, but has been putting it off, what would you say is the most compelling reason to give Preply a try?
That's a great question, and one that we will explore in the final part of our deep dive.
Right.
But I can tell you this. Preply offers a unique combination of personalized instruction, flexibility, and affordability.
Okay.
That makes it an ideal choice for anyone serious about learning Italian.
Okay. Now you've really piqued my interest.
Good.
I can't wait to hear more about why Preply might be the perfect solution for me.
All right, so stay tuned for part 3
of
our deep dive into Preply.
Stay tuned.
Where we will delve into the most compelling reasons to give this innovative platform a try.
Sounds good.
We have used Preply for our staff members for a few years now, and it absolutely will get you speaking Italian or any other language very quickly. It is both stimulating and motivating, and you will love the Choose You Own Tutor system. Hit the link at our site, www.theinnersecrets.com, and try it out for yourself. Choose a tutor that resonates with you from their extensive tutor profiles and get started. The first lesson is free if you don't continue. Language learning with Preply is fun, fast, and personalized to your needs. Our site again is www.theinnersecrets.com. Discover your perfect Italian tutor on Preply and book your first lesson today. Again, www.theinnersecrets.com. Thank you.
All right, so we're back for the final part of our deep dive into Preply. And, you've really got me thinking about it.
Good. I hope so.
But, for someone like me who has always wanted to learn Italian, but always finds an excuse to put it off, why Preply? Why should I choose Preply?
Well, I think it's because Preply really gets rid of all those common barriers to language learning. All those excuses we always have.
I'm too busy, it's too expensive, I'm not good at languages.
Exactly, all of those.
Yeah.
Preply just tackles them head on.
Okay, I am definitely guilty of the too busy excuse.
Well, that's where Preply's flexibility comes in.
Okay.
You can schedule lessons literally around your life. Early morning, late night, during your lunch break, whenever.
Okay.
And it's all online, so you can literally do it from anywhere.
So no more rigid schedules. No more commuting to class.
Exactly. It fits into your life.
I like that.
And then there's the cost.
Yeah, because traditional tutoring can be really expensive.
It can be, but Preply is a really affordable alternative. They have different pricing plans. They have packages. They have a subscription model. So it's really accessible.
So it's not just for the elite few?
No, not at all.
Who can afford private lessons?
Exactly. They've made it much more accessible to a wider audience.
I like that.
And then there's that feeling of, I'm not good at languages.
Oh, yeah.
Which a lot of people feel.
Uh-huh.
But Preply's personalized approach really addresses that.
Okay.
You have a dedicated tutor who can cater to your learning style, your strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, so you're not just thrown into some generic program.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they really take out that intimidation factor. But beyond all of that, learning Italian with Preply isn't just about acquiring a skill. It's about opening a door to a whole new world of experiences.
Oh, I love that. Tell me more.
Think about it. When you speak Italian, you're not just speaking a language. You're connecting with a culture, the history, the art, the people.
Right.
You can travel to Italy with a new level of confidence and understanding.
Okay.
You can enjoy Italian literature, films and music in their original form.
Right.
You can build relationships with Italian speakers around the world.
You're making me want to sign up right now.
Good.
Yeah, it's not just about the language, it's about what it enables you to do.
Exactly. It's about enriching your life, expanding your horizons, becoming a more well-rounded individual.
I like that.
That's something money can't buy.
Okay, so I'm convinced.
Good.
Where do I begin?
Well, the first step is to visit the Proply website.
Okay.
Or download the app.
All right.
And then you create a profile. You browse the Tutor Profiles.
Okay.
You can even take a placement test to see what level you're at.
Okay, so it's pretty straightforward.
Very straightforward. No hoops to jump through.
All right, good. Because I've been put off by complicated sign-up processes before.
I know a lot of people have.
Yeah.
But this is very easy.
Okay, and then once I've created a profile,
Yeah.
then I can start looking for a tutor.
Exactly.
Okay.
You can find one that really aligns with your goals and interests.
But what about that first lesson?
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous about actually speaking Italian with a real person.
That's totally normal.
Okay.
Most people feel a little apprehensive.
Uh-huh.
But remember, the tutors are experienced educators.
Right.
They understand that you're learning.
Okay.
So they're going to create a comfortable and supportive environment. And they're going to guide you through the process, step by step.
Okay, good. So they're patient and understanding.
Very patient, very understanding.
And I can try out a few different tutors before I commit to like a package or a subscription.
Yeah, it's like test driving a car before you buy it.
I like that.
You want to make sure it's the right fit.
Yeah.
And then once you find the right tutor, the learning process becomes much more enjoyable and effective.
This has been so eye-opening.
Good. I'm glad.
I feel like I have a much better understanding of Proply.
Yeah.
And how it can help people like me achieve their language learning goals.
It really is a fantastic platform.
It is.
With so much potential to change the way people learn languages.
Okay, so for anyone listening who's been dreaming of speaking Italian, but hasn't taken the leap yet,
right?
What would you say is the most compelling reason to give Proply a try?
I think it's because Preply makes learning Italian achievable, enjoyable, and accessible to everyone.
I like that.
Yeah.
So it removes the barriers, it provides the support.
Exactly.
And it opens up a world of possibilities.
A world of possibilities.
So really, there's nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
And a whole lot to gain.
Exactly.
So for anyone out there who's been hesitant, I encourage you to take that first step.
Take the leap.
Explore, Proply.
Yeah.
Find a tutor who inspires you and embark on your Italian language journey.
Absolutely.
Who knows, maybe this time next year,
Yeah.
you'll be the one confidently ordering that cappuccino in Rome.
That's the dream.
It is.
Discussing Italian art with a local.
Yeah.
Or even reading Dante in the original Italian.
And that's the beauty of language learning.
It is.
It's a journey of discovery, a way to connect with the world in a deeper and more meaningful way.
I love that.
Well said. All right. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into Proply and the world of Italian language learning.
It's been fun.
It has been.
Yeah.
We hope this has inspired you to embrace the challenge, explore the possibilities, and discover the joy of speaking Italian.
Absolutely.
Ciao for now, and happy learning.
Ciao.